Welcome back, y'all. Rabbit here with another episode of Lords of the Fallen. So, this feels final bossy to me. So we're gonna go give it a whirl. It's either gonna be a deer or whatever this is. Oh, creepy. There's no way this is the better alternative. Hello, who are you? You an enemy or a dude? Oh. I feel like I should kill you. I feel like you buffed the boss in some way. Yeah, you gotta buff the boss in some way. Alright. Oh yeah, here we go. Why am I moving so slowly?
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth.
Oh god!
I stood as mankind's guide.
Eidolon of Adyr. Oh my god!
With wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed. Those future power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me.
Who are you?
And waged a terrible war of needless slaughter.
Oh shit. Oh my god, stop it. What the?
The judges and their crazed followers butchered those.
Am I supposed to be killing these dudes? I have no idea. I haven't even tried to damage this guy yet. Oh god.
To put an end
All
to
right.
the madness.
Oh.
Were no match for the evil forces.
Ow!
In the end,
Ah! What the fucking shit?
found themselves
Buddy, calm down. Oh god damn, okay.
their best efforts.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Hopes choked by their crusade. The judges banished me to this battleground, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile,
Ow.
men set to ruling themselves, free from the divine affection of which they accused me.
My god.
And yet, how little time passed before the judges
The hoodie.
themselves were raised to the status of demigods.
It's really hard to pay attention with your monologuing. Ow.
The people who themselves to live a triumph.
Yep.
How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name.
Okay. It's kind of hard to do anything. Oh my god.
And now, after all the time mankind have had to share their own destiny,
Oh my god. Fuck off.
made of it war, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They were capable of guiding themselves, but have been proven sorely mistaken. Mankind needs me now more than ever.
Okay.
And what of other beings? Where are they? What of Aureus?
Okay. Are you just gonna monologue the whole time? Because that's really frustrating. And I don't know if I'm supposed to kill these dudes
Humanity.
or, I don't know if I'm supposed to kill these dudes or just leave them alone. I don't know, honestly. Alright, let's try that again. Do I really have to... This is gonna be a big pain in the ass. Okay, let's try this again. I have no idea if I'm supposed to like... What's he doing?
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth. I stood as mankind's guide, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in return, I was betrayed.
Oh my god, stop.
Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children.
I don't know what to block and what to dodge.
Waged a terrible war of needless slaughter. The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I called the order as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the huge forces. In the end, even time fell. Although the judges were themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts.
Ow.
In a world blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren realm, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set themselves free from the giant oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods. Figures of worship, their real ambition, all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded themselves into believing a triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name.
Ow.
And now,
Oh god.
mankind have had to shape their own destiny. See what they have made of it.
Okay, so this is either phase 2 or...
Hatred, suffering, chaos. They believed they were capable of guiding themselves,
Okay.
but have been proven sorely mistaken. Mankind needs me now more than ever.
Hi.
And what of other beings who claim children? Where are they? What of Orius and the abhorrent uncle creature? They are cowards, hiding in foresight, obfuscated shadow.
Ridiculous, holy crap.
Unworthy of their presence, their communion. Yet here I stand before you with true words and open arms.
You know, if you really want to convince me, you should stop beating me the hell up.
The wayward ones.
That's...
Listen to me. You must allow
Okay.
yourself to condemn all of mankind for eternity. I am not your enemy. Let my own enemies fear the loss of the dominion they have established for themselves in my absence. Cease your misguided violence. Now.
Okay. Ugh.
You are in the presence of a god-human. Your god. I formed you from nothing and can just as easily destroy you. Yet you would dare defy my will. The world in which you exist is my world, my home, and yet mankind, my own creation, exiled you from it. have no idea what it is to suffer such a monstrous betrayal. Or
Wild.
to endure the ages of torment which follow.
Oh. What? What's happening? Oh. Oh, I'm getting set on fire. Ah! Fallen. The light of the Umbra lamp knows no satiation. Consuming even a god. Aureus' will done by his heresy. Tainted champion, rewarded only with annihilation. With renewed influence, Aureus unleashes his radiance to purify those deemed transgressors. In light, they fall. I guess that's it. Wow. That's kind of an abrupt ending. Skip it. Yeah, I can skip it. Perfect. You unlocked a new class, Radiant Purifier. Cool. Continue current journey. Whoa. Whoa. Alrighty. Hold on. There's got to be like a thing for it, right? Nope, I guess not. Weird. Well, let's head back to... what am I thinking of? Let's head back to... Wait, was that always there? Oh, it's just a thing. Okay. Alrighty, well, the book. He still wants a book. I don't know what
the book, Crusader. You serve a higher purpose.
You
Crusader.
still don't know what you mean by the book, but whatever. I honestly don't care anymore. I guess that's it. That's the game. I'm sure there's a bunch I missed. I don't know. But honestly, this is it was a very long game, but I enjoyed it. I was thinking, I mean, I guess I could like maybe do no. I'll just like see to it in my own time. Maybe I'll like if I ever like do a walkthrough of all these games that I've played so far. We can go into like all the key items and everything. But for right now, as just like a let's play, my first time ever playing it, I think it's fair that this is where I'll stop it. So, the ending was kind of abrupt. I didn't expect it. I didn't think I was automatically going to be pushed into the ending after killing the boss, but it is what it is. I'm guessing there's multiple endings. I don't know if the ending that I got was relatively all that good. It seems like I got set on fire and then, you know, the lantern or the lamp kind of consumed everything. So it seems still a better alternative than what freaking Adyr was throwing out there. But I don't know. Alright, I guess I'll go into my whole end of the game spiel that I usually do. Um, did I like it? Yes, absolutely. I think that this game, you know, lives up to the Souls-like genre for sure. You know, dodging around, fighting bosses, you know, things like that. So definitely lived up to the Souls-like game, or Souls-like name. I honestly kind of liked it all the way up until the last area. The last area was just because it was the last area. They were like, you know, all those hard guys with the swords, and then like the ruiners and the enchantresses. Yeah, what if we just make every enemy in the last area those instead of you know regular enemies? So I kind of felt that was bullshitty. I guess every game's gotta have its bullshit area, you know. Like Bloodborne had the fishing hamlet, you know. Sekiro had the Fountainhead Palace, and you know those areas. But I don't know. This one it was just kind of like a slog to get through. But I don't know. It wasn't horrible. It was not as bad as the fishing hamlet, in my opinion. The fishing hamlet was just stupid as hell. But yeah, I enjoyed the game. I would on a rating of all the games that I've played. I don't know. I can't really compare because it's not from Soft, but on the list, I'd give it about a B. I liked it, but it's not something that I would like say is the greatest game ever. Um, there's definitely elements of it that I really like. I love the attire, you know, just the armor sets, very amazing. I do like the fact that even with weapons that naturally do elemental damage, you can still buff them with different salts, you know, whereas Dark Souls doesn't do that, you know, annoyingly. Same with like Elden Ring and things like that. But yeah, definitely. I would even say B plus. You know, I don't think it's well. Actually, no. If S tier is like perfect, I'd probably give this a low A then, like an A minus. I thought it was really well done for a small for. I guess they're not. I don't know if they're like a small developer, but you know, this was a remaster, or I guess like not really a remaster but more of like a redoing of their first game, the first Lords of the Fallen, which is the Lords of the Fallen, which apparently people didn't like very much, but I thought this was definitely a good turnaround for that. As you probably are aware of, Lords of the Fallen 2 has been announced. I don't know when does it release. Let me see here. That's not what I wanted. Lords of the Fallen 2. Okay. It says sometime in 2026. That's great. When is the release date? I want to know. Why does the website have to load? Why do I have to put in my birthday to go into this website? What? Okay, that's weird. I don't know why I have to do this. Perfect. Alright, I just want to know when it... I just want to know when... I don't care! I just want to know when it's released! Apparently, though, this is made by a different game developer, though, which is cool. Oh my God, why doesn't it tell me the release date? This is fucking retarded. Lords of the Fallen 2. Release date. Does not... It does not have an official release date. It just says sometime in 2026. That's stupid. They've been freaking hyping it up as, all this crap and doing, like, pre-update releases and stuff. I don't know. So, depending on when that comes out, I don't know what game I'm going to do next. If we're sticking with, like, Souls-likes, I gotta do the DLC to Lies of P. I've been seeing some stuff on that, and I honestly forgot about it. And so I saw some stuff on it, and I was like, oh, I gotta do that. So I might do that. I gotta do Blasphemous 2, even though it's more of a side scroller Castlevania thing. I consider it a Souls-like. You're a dude and you dodge and you fight bosses, and you have a thing that heals you. So it's definitely a Souls-like. I also got to do Kazan, the first Berserker or something like that. But it's pretty pricey, so I don't know. I might hold off on that one for a while. I gotta do, there's another one called Enotria that I found. It's a Souls-like. It's been out for like a couple years now. I didn't know about it, but yeah. Anywho, so I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Honestly, but I'll figure out something. Trying to think. But yeah, back to this though. Great game. Really enjoyed it up until the last area. The last area was just like, like I said, a slog to get through. Just really annoying. The bosses were pretty cool. They had really cool mechanics. I wish the one main thing that really irritates me about this game is the attack input. That really fucks me up, and I don't know if anyone agrees with me on it, but it's dumb that like when you hit the button once to attack and you attack, right, but if you double tap it quickly, like you're in a sticky situation and you're just spamming attack, it'll make you do 2 attacks in a row, but it'll lock you into the second ones and you can't dodge away, you can't put your shield up to deflect or anything like that. It locks you in it. And so half the time I was getting hit by things was because I was double pressing my attack, because in every other freaking Souls-like game, not just FromSoft games, when you hit the button twice, you just attack once, because it's, the input is read so quickly that it just acts as one attack, basically. Whereas this game, it almost like logs the second button press, and it like logs that information so you do another attack. It's really weird. And I think it does it with other things too, like if you hit a button and then do another button right after it, it logs that button input and then it does it, which I find not good. I don't know if it's to make it harder, but like it was really like annoying, because like I would think I'm only going to do one attack, and then I would go in for a second one when I need to be dodging or putting my shield up. Also, I think the lag window, if you will, in order to put your shield up after an attack or to dodge in general, is insanely long. And there's not like a stat or like a thing to wear or put on to fix that or to like reduce that time. It is what it is. Like, you'll attack and then it'll be like almost 2 to 3 seconds before you can put your freaking shield up or roll. It's super long, and oftentimes it's really hard to gauge when to run in for an attack, because or when to attack, because you're like, I don't know, I should probably just deflect, or I should roll away, because instead of getting a hit in, because it takes so long to do that. But I don't know, maybe I'm just bitching about it, but I overall, great game. I would definitely play this again. in my free time for sure. Like I said, I'm sure I have so many key items that I don't know what to do with. Because in order to read more about them, I have to increase my Inferno and my Radiance, which that's another thing that's stupid. Why should I have to upgrade 2 of my stats, my build stats, in order to read more information about items? Like, it almost forces me to commit to a certain build, like a magic build basically, in order to fully read what these items say. And it's not just the key items. Like, if it was just the key items, I guess I'd understand, because they're important to the NPCs and the plot of the game. But like, just regular ass like consumable items and weapons and like armors and stuff like that, like I think that's a little dumb, because like there's probably so much I missed out on that I'm not going to be able to do now that I've beaten the game, because of that. Like, there's so many key items I don't know what to do with, because it just says like a brief description of like, oh, an amulet, or oh, a piece of paper, and then it says increase your stuff to learn more, and it's like, so I don't know. But great game. I really did enjoy it. We'll be playing it in the future for sure. And who knows, I might, like I said, if I ever do walkthroughs of all these games that I've played, where I literally go in detail about, every little item and how to get it and how to do NPC quest lines and in what order, this will definitely be on the list for that. So, but yeah, thank you for sticking with me on this one. This was way better than Demon Souls, in my opinion. I don't care if anyone likes that game. I really don't. I hated that game. That game is the worst Souls like it's not even really a Souls like, because it's from Software. It is a Souls game. It's the worst Souls game out of them all. It really is. I don't care what other game comes out from here on out. Any other game would have to fail immensely to be as bad as Demon Souls was. That game was so unbalanced, yeah, that's a good word for it. It was so unbalanced. And so, whereas this game was in a lot of ways, very balanced, which I appreciated. So, a lot of the elements in this game were kind of like hard to know, though, like the upgrading thing, like the icon to know how many, fragments you needed to upgrade your weapons was so small. I didn't see it for like so many episodes. I'm sure there was a lot of you guys screaming at me on the TV being like, just look down, there's an icon. But it was so small, I just could not see it. But for so long, yeah, there's just a lot of things like that in this game. I was like, I didn't know that I should have went here or did this, but I guess that's the fun of the game. You miss out a lot, and so you have to come back later to do it. But overall, great game. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me, and I will see y'all in a future game. Deuces.